Hello everybody, Accureye here, and welcome back to another, if you will, another, Accureye Talks video. So, in today's video, we will be talking about, what I do to find a main character, or how to find my comfort character, how to find a character I'm comfortable with, because in many ways, it takes a lot of time to find a character you're comfortable with. And, you know, yeah, you may be thinking, like, Accureye isn't the best way to find a comfortable character or a character I'm comfortable with. Just in general, playing online. And in my opinion, absolutely not. I mean, personally, you want a character who you're comfortable with. And the best way to find your character that you're comfortable with and learn all the moves, all the chain ups, all the little combos, if you will, at least in my opinion, is by doing survival mode, arcade mode, or something in single player. Because like characters to learn combos with, it's like you may think that it's easier to just learn or experience online to become a good player and know, like, okay, this is what was good against the player, and I'm going to get the most experience off. So I guess this is more about, like, how to gain experience and comfort for your character, and not so much how to find your main character. And I do apologize that I started with that. But, the best way to gain experience with your character is by experiencing them on a scale of, like, how do I improve? How do I make it to where my character is going, or where I'm using a character that I'm comfortable with? And, the best way to experience them is to play offline and in single player mode, because while you're in single player mode or offline, you get to experience the character and even understand and get used to their moveset, because obviously you have some characters who are experienceable with, in general, just, getting online practice. But, I mean, online practice may get you on a experience level of what players are going to do, but it may not put you into the experience level of what you know. Because if you don't know your character, you are not going to be able to, stick around for long. You probably will find points where you're struggling and you're going like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. What am I doing wrong? How come everything is going wrong for me? And most time that's due to a factor of someone who is just unexperienced in a way. With that being said, there is a bit of a, you of course need to, get under a ball of knowing, like, okay, okay, well, this is something that I can do with someone like Psygot, for instance. Then maybe I can apply that to online. And if I can apply that to online, then great. How am I going to apply that to online? How am I going to, make this to where it works for online? And in many ways, that's kind of a key, is figuring out what works online. How does, how can I apply the knowledge I have to a online, an online thing? How can I apply what I know into this? What's the application that I can use to make it effective online? Because once you know, or you understand and you have experience under your character, you used your character for quite a few battles on offline, you kind of know the limits and understand your character to a degree. Now, this could take a long time. This is not going to be like I'm going to spend 2 days on this character, and all of a sudden I'm going to know everything about this character. No, 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 no. To truly have mastery or experience over your character, you might spend a week or two just offline and trying to chain things together. Understand what your character can do. Because once you know what your character can do, online will become a breeze. Because it's like, you don't have to figure out what you need to do to be effective. You know what makes your character tick. You know the frames. You know the recovery. You know everything that is needed for your character to tick. And with that being said, it makes it so much easier to just go into a match and kind of go, okay, what is my opponent going to do? Because I know how my character is going to tick. I know what frames are needed to start up the attack. I know what frames are needed to recover from the attack. So it's like, how can I put what I know about my character into online experience, into online? And that's kind of where the mind game may come into play for some people. Is just that factor of knowing, okay, now that I've experienced my character, now that I have a week or maybe even 2 weeks, maybe even 3 months of experience with this character on offline, how can I apply that to online? How can I make this to where now it's effective online? Because even like with something like Apex Legends, for instance, it's like, if you spend even just a little bit of time, like I have, eventually, if you've analyzed it all during those times you've been practicing, during those times you were playing, eventually it just comes automatically like, oh, I know exactly what I need to do here. Oh, I know exactly what I need to do there. Oh, yes, this is here, this is there. You experience it. And once you've experienced it, you can become someone like Dr. Disrespect, for instance, who's a great streamer, and I think he's still a YouTuber. I'm not actually sure. But anyway, throwing Dr. Disrespect's name out there, someone like him, he spends so much time on stuff like Apex Legends. It's like, the moment he drops, he already knows exactly what he's looking for, exactly what he's going to do, exactly his plan of motion. And that's exactly what happens with games like Street Fighter. Once you have experience with your character, you know exactly what you're going to do at that moment. You know exactly where you're going to be at this moment when it happens. And when it does happen, it's like, you run into someone, all of a sudden, boom, you're ready to go. Boom, you're ready to go. Boom, you're going to get another person. Boom, 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 boom. And that's what happens when you get a lot of experience and you're comfortable knowing exactly what you're going to do. Like, even for me, at this point, I've come to a point where now it's like, I drop in and I automatically go, okay, boom, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to get this person, I'm going to get that person, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I know what weapons I'm looking for almost immediately. I know exactly what's good almost immediately. So it just comes down to, okay, am I better than this player? Am I better than that player? Am I better than this? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? So, bada bing, bada boom. If I find the right crew, all of a sudden, it's like bada bing, bada boom. As long as we're watching each other's back, as long as we're going out and doing what blah, 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 it's like, just like it is. You almost immediately, that experience almost immediately is ready to go. So, you know what I mean. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me on this video. And hopefully this has helped you understand a little bit more about trying to gain experience on, your character or experience in general. With that being said though, thank you everyone for joining me. I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure. For about 4 to 5 hours. I am also trying to be more often live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and potentially Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, and potentially Sunday are only going to be about 2 to 3 hour streams when I do stream, or if I continue this trend. But thank you, and Sunday will always be a bonus stream. But thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. With that being said, thank you everyone for being here. And until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone.